A very warm welcome once again to the Multan Cricket Stadium here for day 2 of the first test between England and Pakistan. Saud Shakil and Naseem Shah, the two men, walk out into the middle with Pakistan at 328 for 4. England bowlers hopefully well rested after hard toil on day 1. They'll come out. It's 1 apiece to Leach and Wokes, with Gus Atkinson will start the day with 2 wickets. Let's join the action now here on day 2.
It is one of those discussions that comes around every time, and there are hardliners say there's no way you should have a night watch. And I used to play with a fellow called Jonathan Agnew.
Goes wide again now. Will that be uphill from that angle? That's the other thing that umpire will have to consider when leg before shout is made. Putting in demanding.
Yeah, I think the main thing is if you're not on strike.
And they were not alarmed at all, stepping out of the crease as well.
Still few heavyweights left in the cast. Next to bat, Rizwan and Salman Ali Agha. Amir Jamal can bat as well. Yeah, not going hard after that one, just dropping his wrist, making sure that even if there was an edge, it didn't carry, which was the end result on that occasion.
Wouldn't they like to clean up Naseem Shah as quickly as possible?
One for the over.
Gets an edge, gets some runs as well, probably 4. It's the new ball, may just carry to the fence, it does. So the frustration continues for England. Naseem Shah is still hanging in there.
Such a contrast, isn't there, watching Naseem Shah at one end and Saud Shakil at the other.
Who've been performing very well. One is Saud Shakil. The other one from Sri Lanka, Kamindu Mendes, in no time after his debut, got to 1,000 runs.
Oh, hits him. Where's one? It's hit him right on the helmet.
The ball just doesn't get up, and then you've got nowhere to go. That's a nasty blow. He looks okay, thankfully. But there was a bouncer earlier on, very early in the day, when he looked discomforted. So you can see why England want to go at this line of attack now.
Down the track, hits it over the top. Naseem likes it, and it's gone all the way.
Well, if he's going to get peppered at one end from Gus Atkinson, he's probably saying to himself, I'm going to enjoy my time against Shoaib Bashir, which will open up the opportunity for Bashir, who in the English summer took a 5-wicket haul in a game against West Indies at Trent Bridge, and that was on the back of some very fast bowling at the other end.
Oh, sweep shot, and that'll race away to the fence. A very composed, a very structured innings from Saud Shakil yet again. Gets to his 7th Test match 50. Likes playing against England, his 5th here. And also in Multan. 3rd one in Multan. Saud Shakil carries on.
Down the pitch. Way over deep mid-wicket. Will it go all the way? It does. Chris Wokes down long off, and he's in a slightly different position than yesterday, off the fence. But this is well over long on. It's a lovely swing of the bat, and it is fully committed. Does come down, and he does show him that he can go in to out over the offside. He's got that shot in his repertoire. And the best for me by a distance. That's a wonderful shot. Encouraged to play it because Poper's brought Chris Wokes up from long off into the circle. Oh, and hold the pose. That's fantastic.
It works. Eventually they get Naseem Shah. It's a edge into leg slip and Harry Brook obliges. Bryden Cast now has his first international test wicket. It took a long time, but England now have 5.
When he got an LBW given against Shan Masood, but was then overturned, so he's had a long wait to pick up his first test wicket. It's a moment that he would have dreamt about. Maybe he might have hoped for a slightly better batter than Naseem Shah for his maiden wicket, but he'll take whatever he can get.
Sweeps well and does pierce the gap. There were 2 men stationed behind square on the leg side, so does well to pick up the boundary to close Leach's over. That's another one gone. As simple as you like. Leach has 2 and Rizwan walks back for naught.
He was about a halfway back, and between them Leach and Pope motion Wokes in, get tight on the 1, and that encouraged Rizwan to come down. He got too close to the ball, so he couldn't get the elevation that he wanted, and offered a simple catch to Chris Wokes. So a second for England this morning, and Pakistan not yet out of sight. They're 393 for 6 now, with Rizwan a big wicket to fall.
He does take it on, and he takes it on quite well. He'll pick up a boundary.
Anything down the leg side is just helped on its way. And obviously he'll get underneath it. He won't want to keep it down.
No damage done for Pakistan. That is 112 overs done, and it will be lunch at Pakistan 397 for 6. A slightly subdued session 1 here on day 2 for Pakistan. England, however, picking up the 2 wickets. Pakistan's scoring rate also dropping to 2.65. The 2 wickets to fall, that of Naseem Shah for 33. He had a few good hits out in the middle, but Rizwan, the big wicket, went for naught. Saud Shakil remains unbeaten at 67 and will start lunch with Salman Ali Agha. Pakistan 397 for 6. A couple of wickets more for England in that first session. Bryden Cast with his first international test wicket, that of Naseem Shah, and Jack Leach picked up Mohammad Rizwan to have 2 to his name. Action begins here post-lunch on day 2.
Tossed up, beautiful start, into out, nice way to get off the mark. 400 up for Pakistan.
He's a positive player. Salman Ali Agha is a very competent batsman against the spin. Saw a bit of flight, got to the pitch of the ball and knew where the gap was. And he's off the mark.
My point has always been that he allows that pressure to be released when the men are in the deep unnecessarily. That's a great shot. That's someone taking advantage of that and saying, yes, I'm prepared to take the risk. You contrast that with Rizwan's dismissal and you take your pick. But this is beautifully struck.
Maybe a sign. They've just had a chat at lunchtime and said, look, we can't plod along, we need to get 20 wickets out there. Hard sweep, and there's no one out there. Definite signs after lunch that Salman's going to play his shots, particularly against Leach and spin.
Well, every shot he's played so far against Leach has been high quality. With the sweep shots and with the field as it's set, just has to make sure, of course, he doesn't get it behind square.
Goes again. There's no one on the leg side. Wokes tries to get round, and there is no doubting that one. It was the bin that was in play.
I have to score bulk of my runs against this bowler. As a batsman, you have to target one bowler in the lineup, and it's Jack Leach for Salman Ali Agha. He's got plenty already against him.
Well, it's a good battle, and it's a battle that Salman Ali Agha is winning at the moment. He's injected some acceleration into this innings immediately after lunch, tucking into Jack Leach. It almost cost him his wicket down at long off, where Wokes almost took a brilliant catch, but he's right on top of the left arm spinner right now. Oh, a beauty from Bashir, who has not been at his best in this innings, but has produced a good one now to get rid of Saud Shakil.
Wonderful line and length coming into pitching on or around. No, not really. He's not turned the bat face. That's a very, very fine delivery from Shoaib Bashir. He's played beautifully and he's gone for 82. Pakistan 450 for 7.
Carved away. Will turn, look for 3. Ryden cast to continue. He did pick up his first wicket. That of Naseem Shah with that strangle down the leg side. He had a close call which was reviewed by Shan Masood, just pitching outside leg stump earlier in the day yesterday. Oh, big shout, and he's been given. That's been given. Ryden Cast has to. With the immediate effect, we'll also have a look. He has reviewed this one.
Original decision is out. Pitching outside off. Impact is in line. Wickets, umpire's call. Kumar will get you back on screen. You can stay with your original decision of out.
Now I receive confirmation very
You're on
quickly.
screen.
Kumar Dharmasena again raises his finger just to confirm that was hitting the stumps. Amir Jamal goes for 7. Pakistan 4-6-4 for 8. He takes it on. Puts the dancing shoes on and times it well. Salman Ali Agha picks up a boundary to close the over.
Showing intent, Salman Ali Agha took the right option. He tried it a couple of times in this over, but this time around, he prevailed.
Big shout. Well, sort of big shout. It was nearly a big shout, then it wasn't a big shout. Right, 1 for 50 for Salman Ali Agha. Oh, well bowled. Just a little bit of turn, but he's pushed it away. That will be the 50. Comfortable too, as that runs away down towards a sort of wideish third. So 51 for Salman Ali Agha. He's played very well indeed. Took the initiative straight after lunch. Working out how to bat with the lower order. It's his 8th 50 in Test matches, his 3rd against England, and his 1st in Multan. That's an option. That's a very, very good option with just those 2 men on the offside. Bashir had thrown the last one a long way down the leg side. This is just a little bit straighter, just straight enough to get the reverse sweep into action.
That was the option, to get it on the offside. One-day cricketer, the reverse sweep is part and parcel of the way you play.
Well, that's sweet. That is very sweet. 1 bounce, 2 yards in from the rope over long off. Bashir just gave him enough room to get the shot out.
He did, and it was much more controlled because of that reason. The one to start the over, he didn't get in a decent balance or position to hit it. This one, look at the balance.
Orthodox sweep gets away. Placed nicely between the 2 men in the deep, and with enough on it to reach the boundary. Oh, he gives chase, but had no chance.
Yeah, we saw this earlier, how low his hands get, how horizontal his back gets for the sweep. Gets in a great position, look at that. Even though it was full, it was almost a Yorker. Because his hands are low and his bat is horizontal, he gets it right in the middle of the bat and sweeps it beautifully away.
Well, that's gone. That's gone into big, wide, empty space. Yet another 4 in quick succession. 1,000 runs now reached by Salman Ali Agha in Test match cricket. Some of the milestone for him, but genius of the striking is there to behold.
And he goes offside when he comes down the track, offside of the ball, to be able to access leg side.
Well, it just seems as easy as anything. Almost wherever either spin or seam is directed, he finds a way of finding the boundary.
Well, it really seemed a few minutes ago we were talking about the 50 landmark, and whether Shaheen Shah Afridi will start playing some shots. He's quickly moved on to 76. He may be thinking of 100.
Well, Shaheen's not had the strike.
He's played it perfectly. Since lunch, he's got the tempo of his knock spot on.
Well, that's given him the opportunity. That was just the right length for Shaheen Shah. Just the 8. This is what he can do so well.
Good solid block from Shaheen Shah Afridi. The umpire calls time for tea. And that is another excellent session for the home side. The side that have lost their last 5 test matches and went into this test match lacking confidence. Well, they've shown a lot of skill, a lot of flair.
Pakistan walk off post-lunch with 515 on the board with the loss of 8 wickets. Saud Shakil, the 7th man to go for 82, and Amir Jamal also for 7. Now, a couple of more wickets to England as they take 8 off Pakistan. It was Bryden Carr's his 2nd international test wicket, and Shoaib Bashir with his maiden wicket so far in the series.
Even off late, first test against Bangladesh, 448 played 565, and we still got a result.
Credit to Pakistan for making dull cricket into exciting cricket. That's lifted hard. He's been really good for with those lofty shots. Didn't really make it to the fence this time.
Yeah. But they're not afraid of plucking players that they see have a bit of potential.
A smash into the fence for 4.
Gives himself room, and does enough to get it over the infield. All fielders up. And they are asking him to hit over the top, and he obliges.
Easier take for Shaheen Shah Afridi. This is glorious 6. This really is massive from Salman Ali Agha. He had to take up those 2 charges at long on and long off, and he did that so well.
He's quite brilliant, especially at the number that he comes out to bat, the rate at which he scores his runs, and then the shots that he executes.
Afridi goes for a big shot, clears the fence for 6.
Pakistan tail can bat. Shaheen Shah Afridi loves to bat and can hit the ball a long way. And does well. Comes down the track, opens up that space to swing through the line. And he gets 6 as well.
Sweep shot, earns him a single. Probably will earn him a standing ovation at the balcony as well. This is a tremendous innings. His 3rd 100, batted beautifully, increased the pace, played well with the tail, played well with Saud Shakil. It's the ideal strike rate to continue Pakistan's success to this test match.
Yeah, he's certainly been a phenomenal find for Pakistan. He's been a fantastic player, the position that he comes in. And he scores his run very, very quickly. Once again, another 100 just off the 108 deliveries.
Bowled him, cleaned him up. A swipe attempted against the line, and he's been bowled by Leach, who had to work extremely hard to pick up a scalp. He's got one.
Salman Ali got to that 3-figure mark, and once he did, it didn't take long. 1 foot down, big swipe across the line. It's middle halfway up. Jack Leach now has 3. It is that of Shaheen Shah, the 9th wicket to fall for Pakistan. 26 he gets.
Down the pitch. Mid-on and mid-off try and get there. It will beat both of them. There is the bouncer, and he's got a wicket with the bouncer. Now, is Duckett okay? Has he just dislocated a thumb or something?
The last ball of the innings, and the opening batsman cops one on the left thumb. It's a very sharp chance. It's a very sharp bouncer for a spinner. He's guided it as if it's slip catching. It's right on the end of the thumb.
Pakistan's first innings finally coming to a close with a mammoth 556 on the board here on day 2. Another century to that batting column, that of Salman Ali Agha, 104 not out. Wickets shared all around for the England bowlers. Jack Leach leading that column with 3 wickets. Bryden Carse and Gus Atkinson with 2 apiece, and 1 apiece for Wokes, Bashir and Joe Root. Let's join the action for the England first innings.
And Zach Crawley to face the first ball of England's innings. Hint of swing in.
Hint, yeah, and a perfect line and length.
Opens the face, and as you often get with Zach Crawley, off the mark with a boundary. 4 for none, England.
Again, it's that full delivery you associate with Shaheen Shah Afridi, certainly early on in his spell. And Crawley just opens the face quite a lot, actually. There is a lot of room through that point region.
Ball now, as he pulled off a stunner. He has pulled off an absolutely brilliant catch. Ahmed Jamal at mid-wicket. What a grab that is.
Pulls it away leg side. And suddenly, it is Ahmed Jamal. Wally Pope there thinks 4, then time stands still as Ahmed Jamal just plucks it out of the sky. That is fabulous fielding. Fabulous catch. Just the start Pakistan wanted. Not the start England wanted. Not their captain.
Punched on the up. He's punched so hard the sweeper can do nothing about it. Cracking shot from Zach Crawley.
This back of a length. He's still coming forward at it. Such a tall man. Not much bounce in this pitch. Right on the top of the bounce that there was. And that has raced away.
Nice off drive. He's had a cover drive that went for 3. And now an off drive that finds the boundary.
It is quite something to watch when he's in sync and on song. And that's more often than not.
Finds the middle of the bat this time, and the man out is very square, so Crawley picks up a boundary with a thumping drive. It was very reminiscent of the ball that he hit in the Ashes series of a couple of summers ago, and he started the series with a shot just like that.
If ever there was an example of taking a good delivery out of your system and just focusing on the next one, here was that.
And again, to the right of short extra cover this time. 2 thumping drives from Crawley, the second one, to finish the 7th over. Crawley determined not to let Abrar settle. Down the pitch, the previous ball defending, but down the pitch with intent this time.
He's not a big spinner of the ball, so once you line him up like this, so you can play through the line.
Wallop again, no man out. And, Crawley ticking along very nicely now.
Positive again, this time off the back foot. And with the ball being relatively hard still, just 11 overs old, that will go for 450 up for England.
Once again, nicely played. Extremely well controlled by Joe Root to pick up 4.
Classic Joe Root in the subcontinent.
well, anywhere in the world.
Brilliant. Extremely good use of the feet and hit it to the absolute best area straight back past the bowler. Zach also picks up another boundary. Punched off the back foot. Punched for 4. This is brilliant from Zach Crawley again.
Yeah, he's so tricky to bowl at because he's at you and he's got a long reach. So you just draw your length back a fraction and he'll hang back and punch you. The pitch is so good.
Turned away, leg side timing again, very good, and they'll race to the fence and also bring up Crawley's 50. It's been fabulous watch so far. As always, classy shots to the fence. His 16th Test match 50.
Yeah, he's been very much in control, very fluent.
And this one's just pumped away leg side, slightly shorter, and it's picked up beautifully.
Well, that's the other ability that he has against the quicker bowlers.
Solidly forward is Joe Root, and that will be the end of the day's play. England 96 for 1, this partnership 92 after that early scare with a fabulous catch. Amir Jamal at mid-wicket. It's been all good from England, especially Zach Crawley, who's been able to find the fence at will. 11 boundaries in his 64.
England end the day's play at 96 for 1. Top scorer Zach Crawley remains unbeaten at a runner ball 64. Joe Root alongside 32 not out. The 1 wicket to fall, that of the England captain Ollie Pope, who went for naught. Pakistan using 4 bowlers in the first 20 overs. The 1 wicket taken by Naseem Shah, that of Ollie Pope. Match summary so far here at the end of day 2. Pakistan with a massive 556 in that first innings. England in pursuit 96 for 1. They trailed by 460. Hope you've enjoyed the highlights. We'll see you tomorrow.